We have over the last 8 years in government been very conscious of the changing times worldwide. So in 2016, when the Prime Minister launched the Startup India initiative, it was a recognition of the growing importance of innovation, the growing importance of young talent experimenting with new ideas, coming up with solutions to day-to-day problems of life. And sometimes when I think what really is a startup or what are you trying to do, I realize it's only recognizing where the problem is and finding a solution to that problem, just to make life easier for businesses and for all of humanity. So maybe some innovator someday prepared this to get rid of the problems of the wire and the long cabling all over the place whenever they had to record. Must have been just somebody who did that. I won't be surprised if one of these days we'll actually see what we saw in the movies in the old times, the automobiles coming right up to your 30th floor apartment and parked there, and you walk out into your home. Which movie was that? I fail to remember, but there was a movie around this. You're willing to experiment, you're willing to put your money at risk, which is great, and which is something Prime Minister Modi recognized in 2016. We are proud that we have a very vibrant startup ecosystem in India today, which is also broadly looking at making life easier for the people of India, businesses in India. We do believe a lot of the ideas that are developed in India have the cozy comfort of a large market, domestic market, and may not have engaged with the rest of the world as much as they should or could. So that's another area which came to my attention during the course of the last 3 days, that we need to have more opportunities for our Indian startup ideas to be able to look at global markets. And I think there can be no better place than Silicon Valley to go global in terms of our ideas. I'll come to that in a bit or in the course of our conversation. But we recognize that innovation, R&D is going to lead the way going forward. We also recognize in government in India today that international engagement will have to expand. Of course, we can understand our own abilities, strengths, possibly weaknesses also, and engage basis the real position. But we'll have to engage with the world, otherwise we'll be either left behind or we'll miss the bus. No country in the world has become a developed country without significantly expanding engagement with the rest of the world. And you might have noticed that over the last couple of years, we've been focusing, for example, on exports in a big way. So last year we did 675 billion of goods and service export, which is the highest ever. And this year we hope to cross 750 billion, considering it's our 75th year of independence. It connects well. But by 2030, I imagine our international export of goods and services to be $1 trillion each, collectively being $2 trillion, which means we are looking at a 3x growth in 8 years. Sounds a little out of the ordinary. It'll need goods to grow at about probably 10-11% and services to grow at possibly 13-14% or 15%, both of which are eminently doable. and government is now looking at our international outreach very, very clinically, very professionally, engaging all the missions. So Dr. Prasad now has a...
नमस्कार, मैं हूं मानक गुप्ता। अगर आपको हमारा ये वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो इसे लाइक और शेयर जरूर करें और हां, हमें सब्सक्राइब और फॉलो करना ना भूलें ताकि आप देश और दुनिया की कोई खबर मिस ना करें। तो जुड़े रहिए हमारे साथ और देखते रहिए News24।